Thank you guys. Today we'll be talking about tricks in solving each problem. We know that we found a lot of difficulties in solving for each problem, uh, but for now we'll be teaching you the various tricks and technique in solving for each problem. So I have five major problems, that we will solve here, and then you will be able to solve each problem on your own. So the first problem on our list is this. Now listen keenly to the tricks. If you are just tuning into our channel, you can like, subscribe, and tap on the notification bell for any new updates. Okay, now let's keep the ball rolling. Okay, we said that if you see this problem, it's saying that Adam is 20 years younger than Brian. In 2 years, Brian will be twice as old as Adam. How old? Sorry, OLD. How old are they now? Right? In this problem, you have to set a what? Your algebraic expression. And we say that Adam and what? Brian. Right? Now the sentence says Adam is 20 years younger than Brian. So if you see that sentence younger, the word younger, it means what? Subtraction. It means that we should what? Subtract. And we don't know the age for Brian. Since we don't know the age for Brian, we will let Brian age be equal to what? X, for which of course we don't know. Now, since we're saying that Adam is 20 years younger, then it means that X minus what? 20, right? Adam is 20 years younger than what? Brian. Adam is 20 years younger than what? Brian. Since we get that information, the next sentence says in 2 years, right? So we set this the first algebraic expression, the next algebraic expression will be in 2 years time, right? In 2 years time. What will happen in 2 years time? I want to know. Now we see for Adam in 2 years time and Brian in 2 years time, it will be all you have to do is to add two to all of them ages, right? Like Adam is X minus what? 20. Then we are going to add 2 to their ages, right? So we say plus 2. And Brian is X. Since we in 2 years time, we add 2 to what? Brian age. In 2 years time. And this other age can be further simplified as X. Now it's 20, negative 20 plus 2 will give us negative 18. Since it gave us negative 18, all we have to do is to set our equation. Set our equation. So our equation says in 2 years, Brian will be twice as old as what? Adam. Brian will be twice as old. Twice means what? 2. So it will be twice as old as what? Adam. You see the equation? It's very unique. Brian will be twice as old as what? Adam. We already have Brian age, right? In 2 years time, right? Sorry, we already have Brian equation in 2 years time. We only substitute them. So the equation for Brian in 2 years will be x plus 2, right? Equal. Now we have 2. Now this is E, right? Which is Adam. The equation for Adam is what? X minus 18, right? So be x minus what? 18. Since we have this, we can further simplify. We say x plus 2 equal to multiply 2 by everything in here. We have 2x minus. Now, if we multiply 2 times 18, we have what? 36. Have 36, right? The next step is to what? Simplify. And in this simplification, we're going to group all letters one side, and we group all number one side. And this process that we are doing is called what? Like term, right? So bring all x one side and bring all number one side. But we already have x here, so bring our x down. But we have 2x across the equal sign. So, but it is positive 2x. So we need to bring it across the equal sign to make it what? Negative 2x, right? we don't have no x here again. So we bring our equal sign here. Now, across the equal sign, we have negative 36. Since it's already across, we just bring it down. And we have no more here. We have 2, positive 2, right? So this is positive. When we send it across, it becomes 1 negative 2. We have x minus 2x, right? And we're saying that any number standing on it is 1, right? But we are not saying it, but it's 1. It's just they're saying 1 minus 2, right? But the higher number will always carry the sign. And the higher number here is 2. And 2 is negative. So a higher number will be what? It's just saying negative 1. But any number standing on its own is what? Any letter standing on its own is what? One side, right? It have one side, but we can see. So we just bring our what? Negative x here equal. Now we have negative 36 and what? Negative 2. Whenever you have problem like this, all you have to do, you are emitting the sign because you're dealing with 2 negative signs. If you're going to have a negative 36 times negative 2, then you can say negative and negative are positive. But for here, no, we have negative 36, negative 2. So we are inverting the sign, right? We get negative 38. We'll be following. Okay, so now we don't want prime h to be in negative, right? So all we do is that we say that we divide both sides by negative 1, divide this side by 1 negative 1. And when we do that, you'll notice that the negative cancel this negative and we left with x. So this negative also cancel this negative and we left with 38. The question is, who h is this? Of course, it's Brian, right? It's Brian h because Brian is equal to what? X. So we already found the value for x. So the value for x is what? Brian h. So I will just say the value for x is what? Brian, right? I'll just put his name there for to not confuse ourselves. Brian, right? Okay, now the next thing is for us to find Adam age, right? But it shouldn't confuse you. We have Adam age in 2 years and we have Adam age when from the usual stage, right? So we're not going to consider it in 2 years time, right? We're going to consider from the usual stage, which is Adam a to b equals to x minus 20, because they say that in 2 years Brian will be twice as old as Adam, right? So Adam will be, so the value for x here is what? 38, right? Which is Brian age 38 minus what? 20, right? So if you do your math there and then you simplify further, you will see that you will have, if you get card, or you can just do this manually. It's not the use of a calculator. You can just do manually. You can see this is 38 minus 20, right? So this is 0, right? So 0 and 0 is again going to 8, right? So we get our 8 down, right? And 2 going to 3 is what? 1, right? So we have 18. So therefore, this is what? Adam age. This is what? Adam age. Okay, this is what? Brian age, and this is what? Adam age. So there is the problem that we give you that will confuse you. So in our next lesson, we will be considering a second example in solving this particular problem. Or let me say in a different sense, right? We'll be solving a different concept of problem right in the next lesson. So thank you for staying tuned, and I would appreciate a lot if you touch the notification bell and like my video, right? Thank you very much.